Path of Night is an actual play Vampire the Masquerade podcast set in the classic world of darkness. We're all friends, we're here to have fun, but our story can include graphic violence, drug use, sexual content, and other mature themes. We've talked at our table about safety, comfort, and consent both as players and storytellers. We know what to expect, we're all excited to be here, and we want you to feel the same. So listener discretion is advised. Now let's walk the Path of Night.
Last time on Path of Night, the coterie arrives to the Hell House and manages to break in. After they encounter some of the abominations of the house, Vito Zantosa launches a surprise attack on Neil and leaves him incapacitated. He forces Wynn into a monstrous form, but ultimately, they manage to capture the Zantosa when Britta fully entrances him. They learn about the Webb and the impending arrival of the killing spree. Just as the team is ready to extract their target, Britta goes cold and shoots Vito point blank. Johnny, back at the car. While you're waiting, you see Britta marching Vito Zantosa towards the vehicle. And as he kind of draws closer with his hands over his head and obeying your instructions to keep your hands where you can see them, you notice that Britta pauses, calculating, takes a knee, crouching so that she's harder to detect. And then after training the assault rifle on him, she opens fire directly into his back. Exit wounds riddle his chest, and he collapses to the ground. And she quickly draws her sidearm and just starts pulling. No!
At hearing the gunshots,
Wynn
starts charging.
Everyone can hear the gunshots.
I mean, I'm following right behind, so...
It's going to take you about 3 rounds to get to her.
I mean, I could celerity.
I know. This is, if you burn for celerity, it's going to take you 3 rounds.
Really?
Yes. If you have celerity 1, it's 1, right?
I have 2.
So we'll say it'll take you 2 rounds.
Okay.
I mean, I was not far behind.
Yeah, he is directly next to me. I waited for him.
Okay. So yeah, you're nearby, and you turn, and she's just...
Shit. Then I will dominate her to stop, just still again.
Okay, it is...
Just gonna go ahead. Ooh.
11.
13.
20.
20?
20 for my initiative.
Okay, you're actually up at the top of initiative, followed by Britta, who has base 10 plus celerity, who's going on an 18.
I'm a 10.
Yeah, you are.
Charge up to her and grab the gun.
She's way out of range.
Okay. I charge toward her full goddamn
Okay.
action.
Britta.
Yes.
There isn't a whole lot going on as far as thoughts. This is all like one fluid motion. It's like taking a deep breath.
Her eyes go cold, and she is absolutely just trained on the objective.
Another willpower spend on the attack roll. She's got plenty due to calling down the Hunter's Moon.
God damn it.
8, 9, 10 successes to hit.
She's still firing his Zantosa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 14 dice of damage. Bang! The report of a pistol goes off. In the snow, you can see, blood seeping, and he goes still. But you drop the gun and faint. And all of a sudden, it's very quiet on the dark, snowing night.
Johnny's gonna rush over to Vito. If I gave him Vitae, is there any chance that he might still make it through this?
If you give him Vitae, you'll be embracing him.
I know, but I have Rite of Progeny right now.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need him alive.
Alive.
We need him talking.
Johnny, in a moment of desperation, cuts himself open, and
Johnny uses his axe and runs his wrist along, or his arm along the blade of the axe, drops it, and cradles his head, and kind of starts flexing so that some of his blood actually starts dripping down.
dead, his body reacts, drinking
How much Vitae do I have to give him?
the blood.
1?
So I, seeing that Johnny's doing that, I kind of nod, and then I kick the gun out of Britta's hand, from...
Already dropped it.
Well,
I just take it away?
I kick it away, disarm her,
Through gritted teeth.
put her in fucking...
Yeah.
The
Zip
ties, yeah.
Zip ties are in my jacket.
Yeah. Grab them and just
What the hell is she?
I don't fucking know.
Get gone.
And then I will drag her into the vehicle and then zip tie her legs.
While all this is going on, having no idea that Johnny was going to embrace this guy, Neil quietly opens the trunk area and grabs the presumably document bag that you left behind.
I put it
car,
in the car. Yep.
and just sits in the back in obfuscate and starts rifling through, seeing if any of this can be salvaged by what's in the bag.
When you go through what's in the bag, it looks like... Actually, I'm sorry. What languages can you read?
English.
Okay. It looks like actually like a lot of pictures of cuneiform covered tablets and like old parchments, and it's a very confusing, eclectic collection of occult stuff.
So you need less linguistics to read it and more academics to read it.
Kind of.
Like a wombo combo of academics, occult, and linguistics.
Gives like a frustrated sigh looking through it and stays sitting in the back.
He does have some notes, but that's all...
I'm going to go through that later.
Like some Eastern Bloc language, you're not even sure.
Yeah, he gives a frustrated sigh, closes the bag, tucks it under an arm, and just stays in the trunk area in obfuscate.
Okay.
We got to get out of here. I'm ready for one more fight, but if we go into a fight, I'm not coming out of it.
No. Grab him, put it in the seat.
You could see Johnny looks starved. He's got that look in his eyes like he might just jump on something.
Keep it down.
Help me get him in the truck.
Grab him.
Yeah.
Put him in car.
She like lumbers and stalks, easily able to hold a mere mortal in her hand. One hand. Just the one.
She's, by the way...
stick the middle finger up at him after I put him in the car.
Johnny kind of reaches out and kind of like puts a hand like up on your massive overgrown head, kind of like pulls you close and like touches the forehead.
Yep.
To
Wynn leans in and bonks her head against his.
Get out of here, stay safe.
It's got like the solidness of like when you bump into like a bull or a cow, like just muscle like that humans just aren't really made for.
Neil, if you're here, we need to go, and I need you to be here.
I'm here.
Thank you.
Johnny gets in. All right. Starts up the SUV. Is Britta in?
Britta's in. I'm covering her.
Zantosa's in?
Yep. Neil covers Zantosa. Shotgun to the fucking skull.
Okay, sure. And Neil, from the back, because he's in the back seat, right? Like propped up in the back seat. From the back seat, just leans the shotgun on the back of the seat in front of him with the barrel pointed at the base of Zantosa's skull.
We need him alive.
Oh, yeah. But, what the hell happened?
Peel out.
Yep.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Johnny goes.
And she's zip tied in a way that I can see her hands and feet.
That's up to you.
That is what I'm declaring.
That's...
She's basically hogtied.
Well, right, but I want to be able to see her hands.
We have already... She already has uncomfortable skills. The ability to just be like, slip bonds, kill you all. Totally possible.
Yeah. Especially since zip ties I know are something you can easily escape out of.
So, it's a quiet ride back. Where are you headed?
Call Weathers.
We can't keep going.
Then call your sire. Call somebody.
Fine. I will call Peterson and see if it goes through.
Hello?
That's not Peterson.
No, it is not.
This is Miles.
Hello, Miles. The Archon is busy at the moment. How can I help you?
Yeah, we have the subject that he wanted.
Excellent. Secure the subject. When we are ready, we will contact you.
Great.
Very good work.
There is something bad still living at that estate there. A mention of a former god.
Very good. I will provide you with a fax number. Please write any notes necessary that he will need to review and send right over.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I just hang up the phone. No good.
That's it?
He's on something. Look, they're not fucking reliable, man. We're going to my haven.
Your haven might not be the best spot to be going to right now.
Do we have a fucking other option?
We could go to mine. I've got a safe room.
I don't know.
Or we could take him straight to the prince.
No.
We're not ready for that. We're not even...
We can't take it to the prince. As far as the domain's concerned, we weren't supposed to be there. The Archon's going to watch our back, but who knows how long it's going to be before he actually comes to help us out.
Yeah, but when those Brujas show up and he's not around and there's evidence of a gunfight, they're going to come after us immediately.
Oh, that reminds me. We need to call them.
We could go to Amaya.
To the Anorks?
Yeah.
That's not going to look good either.
Yeah, but it's going to take them time to investigate that. And all the Bruja that went with Amaya are not in Shaw's pocket.
We could go wait at Wynn's place.
A thought?
Fucking nobody knows where that is. Except for us.
And the gangrel.
I got it. I know where we can go.
Where?
We could bring Britta home. It's a cafe. It's closed down. Nobody knows where it is. I had to dig real hard to find it. And it was only because I was looking. It's not connected to any of us as far as anybody's concerned. But it's empty.
Johnny shoots a look over to Miles.
Sounds pretty good to me.
All right. Where am I going?
I give Johnny directions to the cafe.
Okay. You guys head to the cafe to lay it low until you hear back from the Archon.
Once they leave, Wynn takes a minute to try and assume one of her new animal forms.
It does not work.
When that doesn't work, she goes about brushing away some of the evidence that people were here.
Okay. So you kind of start handling the snow.
Yep.
Why don't you give me a survival check?
Survival plus.
Intelligence.
If you still have willpower, the extra willpower, you're probably down at this point.
Oh, no, I do. I will spend one.
You might as well.
Yeah, they go away at the end of the night anyways.
So,
2 successes.
You clean up actually really well. In the distance, you can hear extremely loud Limp Bizkit music and like the occasional gunshot as these expensive SUVs are poorly driven into the area, and piling out is over a dozen vampires.
What kind of wooded area is nearby?
So the woods, it's just, it's actually a decent amount of forest area. A lot of the trees around here are like dead, like diseased trees.
Wynn, I guess, for lack of a more terrifying word, scampers into the woods.
Lumbers.
No, because she moves quicker than a lumber.
Oh god, you're right.
And she's not expecting to find animal life around here.
Yeah, it's
Animals
don't
avoid
go
this
here.
place.
Yeah,
This is the place they avoid, and for good reason.
but as you're heading into the woods, like off in the distance, once you're like safely away from,
She does turn to watch what comes of this.
once you're safely away, they get out. It looks like they're prepping weapons. They have a ton of automatic weapons, kind of like you guys did.
Yeah, but
And
there's way more of them, so it looks way more bitchy.
we look professional.
Yeah,
crack team in and out. So you
some
watch
parts of Neil are
what
still
looks like them prepping to storm the mansion. You placing a phone call?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm calling Shaw.
There is an answer. Is this Miles? Miles, are you alive?
Of course.
Wow. I gotta say, I'm actually impressed.
Can't say the same for most of the Setites.
Yeah, well, too bad for them. What you calling for, Miles?
Call your people off. It's too late.
Too late. Why would it be too late?
Because you can't get what you want anymore.
No?
No.
Why is that?
I don't think he's there anymore.
Oh. How insightful, Miles. You on speakerphone by chance?
No, why would I risk that?
Well, because you're gonna want to hide this from your friend, but we did find his daughter. And if I'm going down, there's gonna need to be a new Nosferatu in town. Maybe she can inherit what I leave behind. A loyal child. Maybe I'll send her to the Sabbat. I did hear that the killing spree is on their way, and they tend to use shovelheads, if you know what I mean. Johnny knows what I mean, no doubt.
So what are you telling me?
I'm telling you that you have something that I want, and I have something that you want. And maybe I still can get what I want. I'll let you think it over. He hangs up.
What'd Shaw have to say?
We have a complication.
Yeah, obviously. What did Shaw say?
What kind of complication?
Stop the car.
Johnny keeps driving.
Stop the fucking car.
Why?
Because I can't have you driving when I tell you this.
Johnny kind of closes his eyes, opens them really kind of carefully. We got to get to where we're going. Then you can tell me what's going on.
But I just told him to call off his people. Because
Okay.
I can't have them being... We can't afford to lose them, even if there are Shaws.
That's debatable.
Now with everything shit's coming, man. We're gonna have to play this politically from here on in. We have a lot of shit going on here.
You need to tell me what's going on after we get to this cafe. Put Zantosa and Britta in a safe place. I am not in any condition to be hearing any kind of bad news right now.
Well, great, that's the thing.
He gives you a look of like, don't fucking push me.
Fine. But he's expecting a call back.
You can see that Johnny thinks he knows what you're about to say, but hearing it vocalized would probably break his last bit of self-control.
Britta, you wake up.
What do I last remember?
Heading to the car.
I do not recall shooting anyone.
No.
Britta wakes up, but her first movements are towards the zip ties. You kind of see her hands switch before anything else. As she gains more consciousness, she automatically struggles at the zip ties. Tries to sit up. Depends on how she's tied, how
You're on the
difficult
floor
that is.
with your hands and your legs zip tied, and if I start noticing movement, I'm going to dominate her.
As soon as Britta starts to move,
Yeah.
Neil kind of nervously from the trunk is just like, hey, guys, Britta's awake.
Yeah. And then basically it's just still. So 6 successes.
Her hands stop resisting her binds.
What's going on?
You fucking just killed Zantosa. That's what's fucking going on. And I'm not pleased.
No, we were walking towards the car and he was...
Don't play stupid now.
We all saw it.
Who the fuck are you?
We were walking to the car and I told him to come with me and dominate me to tell the truth. Make me tell the truth because I don't...
I'm going to mesmerize. I'm going to spend an action as like, you will listen to me. And you will tell the truth to all my questions. And you will respond to my whims. Until I am done with you. And I will tell you when that is.
While she's talking, from the back seat with the gun still leveled at Zantosa, I'm just gonna watch her aura.
Okay.
7.
To watch her aura for, like, her emotional states and stuff, I got 2 successes. Which should give me, like, her primary color and general emotional state right now.
At 5 successes or greater, the vampire can implant nearly any sort of command.
Her main emotional state at this moment is turmoil, confusion.
What you see is mottled, shifting shades of orange. And kind of roll and kind of move when she's targeted with Miles' use of Dominate. Everything kind of goes still for a moment, and then it kind of continues along the same pattern that it was using before.
Okay. And then as soon as I know that's taken, who are you?
Either Britta or Brittany Ashcroft.
What just happened in the last 20 minutes?
I must have been unconscious. All I remember is walking back to the car after everything, and then it just goes black.
What do you know that you're not telling us?
I was helping Neil keep his secret, but now he's told everyone, and...
Miles, she doesn't know. She's scared right now, confused. Just as much as the rest of us.
Let me tell you something. You just unloaded a full clip into Zantosa, followed by drawing your firearm and firing twice into him. After crouching and taking the most advantageous position you could. You are now bound in the car, with a gun trained at you. Can you see where we are at?
I don't disagree with where you're at.
Great. I don't know what's going on here yet, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't want to be like this.
Maybe it's time to start searching and figuring out what's blocking you.
At around this point, Johnny, you pull up to the location. Wynn, they do begin heading out.
As the caravan starts moving away, Wynn now actually does start lumbering further into the woods. She tries to put up her protean eyes, and she starts looking for raptors, predators.
You see one predator, Raven,
I was looking for you.
just kind of standing among the trees in the dark, eyes glinting bright red as she watches you.
We need to fix this.
Wynn, the world is dying. And this, what you see now, is a piece, such a small, small piece of the thing that is responsible. I understand your pain and your fear and your turmoil. But in time, All that remains is the mission. We're not ready. You are not ready. Your friends weren't ready. You did what you did because of politics.
I did what I did to protect the people that I care about.
Are they any safer?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Then you have grossly misunderstood your situation.
And I think you have grossly misunderstood what it means to be a gangrel, you whimpering little shit.
To be a gangrel is to survive.
You're not surviving.
Of course I am.
You are moving.
Look at you.
What? I know what I am.
Do you really think gallivanting around with a coterie and the Camarilla is going to solve this? Do you really think morality is the compass you should use when navigating this?
I think it's better than hiding like a fucking coward. Change what you can and save the bigger fights.
There's a difference between seeking to change something and then now futilely struggling and waiting, learning, and doing what it takes to actually strike at the heart of this.
How long have you been waiting?
We've been investigating Vito Zantosa for some time.
So maybe you could have taken it out before this.
But what Xavier found blows everything out of the water. This thing that I've been struggling with for years now is just a piece of a much greater puzzle. Do you really think that this mansion, burning it, trying to eliminate it, is actually going to change the outcome? This mansion might be our best chance of understanding what it is that we're dealing with.
It's not gotten you very far, has it?
It has.
Then how do we fix it?
You're asking questions to which there will never be an answer. There is no fixing it. There is surviving.
Wynn just kind of glares at her as though her definition of survival is so radically different from what Wynn's is that this is just never going to be a point on which they can contend. Yeah. And with that, Wynn just kind of shakes her head and charges at Raven and tries to headbutt her.
She just collapses into a fog.
Coward once again.
And reforms kind of like up in the tree, crouched, watching with like, in a way that like a cat stares at a mouse. You're wasting your energy.
I've got 3 days of this fun.
And then what?
And then maybe I'll have time on my hands to think about how to fix this, since you won't.
Fix this piece of something so vast?
Yes, because if we learn how to fix something smaller, we can learn how to fix the bigger one. You start on a smaller scale. That's how science fucking works.
Do you think this is a matter for science?
I think that everything is a matter for science and magic in equal parts.
This is foretold in the Book of Nod.
Go fuck yourself. Like, rigorously, with a cattle prod.
Sorry, but this isn't going to go the way you want it to. And
I will keep my people safe.
Your people have placed their trust in Xavier, myself, and others.
Maybe that trust was misplaced, Raven. Because if your solution is to wait, then that's the wrong choice. This can't wait anymore.
Then by all means act now. I hoped that you'd be more cunning.
There's a place for cunning, Raven. There's a place in cunning. Wynn just turns and she just like punches the tree that Raven is sitting in before turning back. She's like, all right, then tell me what you know.
The Stanovich family moved something into the north.
Yeah, he blabbed about that. It's a god. A piece of a god.
It is the piece of the corpse. That corpse has been doing things underneath New York City. Hunting and gathering food, growing. Though it is dead, there is a sentience to it. It is dangerous. That mansion, what's there, is just a piece of it. A hair off the back of a great beast.
And what Xavier is pursuing is the rest of it? Another piece of it?
He hopes. But if the stories are true, that thing is the corpse of the first dragon.
Yeah, he mentioned that too.
Which means that if those legends are true, the answers lie in ancient texts, the Book of Nod, Secrets of Our Kind. And those answers will not be found through the Camarilla, and they will not be found inside of that mansion.
Can't you see what it's doing to the realm around it?
I know what it is doing.
But can you see it?
What's the point of staring at this?
So you can maybe understand that maybe we need to be a little more proactive about this.
Proactive?
Yeah.
I think Xavier has made significant strides in the short period of time he's had.
I wouldn't know.
You stayed.
Yeah, because I have people.
Then
And
you
that
should-
makes me the luckiest gangrel in the world.
Then you should go see to your people.
Not until I have a way to keep them safe. So where do I need to fucking go?
She looks at you and makes a social challenge. She kind of hops down and presses her hand against you. Wow. 8. She forces you into your human form, and you may not leave it for 8 nights.
Wynn just kind of falls to her knees because she's just not expecting to carry the weight of herself again. Okay, thanks for that.
She gives, just the ghost of a nod. If you share the secrets that I've told you, what you think is so little, we will be hunted by the Camarilla. Do not speak of it. And she kind of just turns, heading off.
Raven,
Yes.
I need more. Tell me where to go.
When you're ready. And she just kind of goes off, disappearing into the dark.
Wynn just kind of lets out a huge scream of frustration and just starts laying into the tree for as long as she can.
Yeah, it's not great.
And then when she is completely exhausted, probably about the time the sun starts coming up, she melts with the earth. Before she slips underground, Wynn just kind of cries a little bit and whispers, "I'm sorry, Joey," as her head disappears under the ground.
We will cut back to the group who are heading into the cafe now.
Sorry, I ruined everything. I'm sorry.
Inside, it's dark, no lights are on. There's a very thin film of dust. There's a lot of these, white coverings on everything, kind of meant to shield it from dust. And it looks like this place has been left alone for quite a bit. Locks are secure. There's a security system, though it's not active.
Grab Zantosa.
Johnny brings Zantosa aside.
I turn to Britta. Come with me.
Isn't she hogtied?
Yeah, I'm cutting her legs loose.
Britta gets to her feet slowly, unsure of almost her own steps, kind of her own independent movement, testing her willpower, and follows her encounter.
And we just move inside and maybe head towards the basement or something like that. Does any of this look familiar?
Does it?
No.
Where are we?
This is yours.
This is the place Neil found?
Yes.
Britta will look very intensely around at what she can see. She can't interact with it with her hands, but her eyes are scanning everything, and there is not a response. There's just increasing desperation.
Neil follows them all in and just starts looking around the cafe. I own a business that has hidden doors and, secret little bunkers and shit in it, so I'm going to start investigating this place to see if there's any, clues, lockboxes, hollowed out basements, just something.
Give me a roll.
Bad. So I'm at a -5 still because I can't heal that shit because it heals like ag.
Yep, -5 dice.
Yep, so I have 2. I'll spend a willpower, and I'm going to put up heightened senses. Yeah, diff 5. 3 successes.
Okay, with 3 successes, you kind of make your way around. It's a very pretty cafe, very, very modern. There's space where there's computers set up. Eventually, you do find your way to what looks like maybe a small security room. When you open the door to it, it actually opens up to a much larger space than you had expected. And this area is actually well decorated, much more classy. And it kind of has something of a speakeasy, quiet vibe. There's a bar area. It definitely looks like it's meant for secret, weird Toreador parties. You're not really sure why this would be here, but it's certainly here for kindred affairs.
The paperwork said that you bought this place before New Year's. Hey, check this out.
Go on in.
Okay.
Let's get Zantosa and them out of the front.
Wait, I thought Zantosa?
We have his body.
Okay.
A little bit more than that.
Stop.
Okay.
Britta bites down the curiosity and goes to see where Neil is.
Johnny.
She looks around, nothing familiar in that either.
You look around. You remember like a feeling of safety. Like you've been here before and you've laid low here. In fact, you kind of like walk over to the bar and you find like a small sleeping bag and a pistol.
Britta will walk over to the bar. She'll find those things, but she will take a step back when she sees the pistol, not willing to get close to it at the moment. But she'll look back after looking more at the sleeping bag and gaze lingering on the pistol to Neil. This feels like a place I've been. It's maybe the first place that really feels this way. I think I spent time hiding here.
That's what's weird to me. I mean, this feels like a secret kindred gathering spot. And I know I'm a little biased after 30 years of hanging out in secret kindred gathering spots, but it feels like a place where kindred hang out. But you bought this place before you were embraced, and it was already here. But if you've been in here,
I think I have been.
Timeline's not really matching up here, bro.
I'm
not accusing you of anything. Something doesn't track.
A lot of things don't track at this point.
What time is it right now?
It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Johnny carries Zantosa into the back, puts him down, pulls out a cigarette, lights it, kind of looks around a bit. You guys gonna be fine here?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
I need to feed.
Yeah, me too.
Can it hold?
No.
How much blood
I'm
did
more
I...
dangerous to you here as hungry as I am. Looking at him, he looks like he might be about to break into like hunger frenzy. His fangs are definitely coming in. His mouth kind of hangs in a low kind of open.
I mean, give yourself like an hour or two and then come back. I don't think we should be separate tonight. It's just me. I mean,
Go together.
okay. Are you going to be okay here alone with Britta? No offense, but...
Keep the zip ties on me.
And Zantosa? You okay with the two of them in here?
Just be quick.
Johnny turns on his heel and just heads out.
Neil gives like one last concerned look at the two of them, but then also is barely in control of himself and sort of hobbles out the door. His chest still like kind of splayed open.
So, the two of you slip off. Dot, Britta, Miles. The two of you remain at Britta's Haven and accompany the corpse of Vito Zantosa. The two head out to hunt, and once gathered up, the group of you hold down in Britta's Haven for the night, or for the day. I'm going to say you guys gained 5 traits of blood each, just kind of
That's fine.
going from person to person.
I just can't. I know I can't.
It's a lot of work to do.
I know I can't go to sleep on one. Because waking up will be real bad.
So based on what you had said, I guess I will remain at 3 and heal myself out of crippled.
Yep, we're no longer crippled with
And
that.
that is it. This sucks.
The next night starts with Neil slipping off away from Britta's Haven and looking for Wynn. It isn't long. Just about as planned, Wynn is waiting at her haven.
She's sitting on her little army cot. She doesn't have a whole lot of clothes left at this point. She pulls out a pair of jeans. They don't fit well.
There was a fire in here. I don't know if you have anything left there.
Yeah.
Question: the beast power caused her to frenzy.
It's not her beast.
Okay. Just I wasn't sure if that actually is
Yeah,
gonna...
no, when someone throws their beast into you, it's not the same as you enter it yourself. So she no beast feature.
Yep.
So
She's sitting in there. She's wearing a pair of very ill-fitting jeans, some kind of very used, pit-stained t-shirt. Just kind of sitting there with her head in her hands, her knees pulled up, like she's just kind of trying to make sense of things.
Neil just appears in Wynn's Haven with his back turned. His hand is over his eyes, and he's holding like a little grocery bag out behind him towards Wynn.
I'm decent, Neil.
Well, I wasn't sure. That's why I brought these.
I wouldn't have left the door open if I was naked.
Well, I'm just trying to be chill.
Thank you.
I brought you some clothes just in case. I got a pair of shoes and some. It's just sweatpants and like a canvas jacket, but
It's fine.
and
Better than I need.
okay.
She takes the bag and she keeps the pants on, but she kind of like uses the sweatpants to kind of tie around her waist, puts on the jacket over the shirt, puts on the shoes. She's moving like she has lost a part of herself. Is everyone safe?
I mean, for the most part. I mean, nobody's okay. I'm counting you in the
Oh, I
melee.
should very much be in that party.
Yeah, nobody's okay, but
Are they safe?
everybody's alive, and we are in a place that nobody else knows about yet.
I'm going to count that as more safe than not.
Yeah. Britta's got a nice place, it turns out.
Not sure how comfortable I am with that.
Yeah, me neither. Timelines are really freaking me out. I'm trying not to freak out too much in front of the kid, because she also doesn't understand.
Do you need to freak out for a few minutes before you go back?
No, I don't think it's helpful.
I
did all my freaking out yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got a lot of problems. We got a little bit of a hike, and then I got a cab waiting.
Okay.
I don't have a car, so I thought you would want me to be the one to bring the shit, and
I appreciate it.
Okay. And he turns and starts walking, knowing that Wynn's way faster than him in the woods, and will just easily catch up.
Yeah. Do you need a piggyback ride?
No, I don't need it. I'm a grown man. I'm fine.
I said need, not want.
He hesitates, and then shakes his head. I was like, no. Let's just go.
All right. If that changes, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind.
Is everyone? I'm not going to say good.
No, nobody's good.
Stable?
Johnny and I fed last night. I'm still starving because this shit won't go away. And he kind of gestures. He's put on a jacket, but it's still his chest is a little bit more concave than it probably should be.
Yeah, that's a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear thick clothes.
It's winter. You can pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to have a talk.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Can I give you a piggyback ride so I feel like I'm helpful?
I mean, is it gonna make you feel better?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
She piggyback rides, makes sure that she's very careful of his chest.
You carry the broken Malkavian.
Yep.
Neil just kind of gives her a hug from behind as they're going, mutual comfort piggyback through the woods.
Exactly. This is my emotional support Malkavian, and I'm gonna take care of him. I almost attacked him, and I need to make sure that he's better. But she'll put him down before they get to where people can see them.
Hey, weird question. You read a lot of weird books. You don't read cuneiform, do you?
I've seen it before. I've seen translations of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna have to go to the Yale Library.
We might have a better resource.
They get the Voynich manuscript. They get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think what we need is going to be in the Yale Library, Neil.
We'll see. They sort of continue just bantering as they get into the cabin.
So you guys ride along. The cab driver's driving along. Hey guys.
Hey, Ramirez.
Hey. So where you guys headed?
Making our way downtown.
I don't give him the cafe, but I give him some sort of place that would be reasonable to go.
Yeah.
A couple of blocks away from the cafe.
All right. We're not going to get shot at, right?
No, not tonight.
Okay, good.
Night is young, Ramirez. I don't count anything out
just
anymore.
relax.
Okay. Will you let me know if we think there's going to be some shooting?
I gotcha.
Check it out.
Yeah?
He pops his glove compartment and reveals a gun. And is started carrying that little bastard ever since our last ride together.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's
Not registered, though, so
that's
don't.
smart. No, I'm not gonna.
I didn't see a damn thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody about that. That's fine.
I trust you guys.
We're good at keeping secrets.
I mean, that was that didn't cost much. Mm-hmm. If you guys end up needing a gun, I
You
know,
know a guy?
I know a guy, and
Yeah?
you guys. I mean, after that last time, I feel like you guys might want a gun too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
what's can you get us in touch with your guy?
Yeah, but when we pull over, I'll give you a number.
Excellent.
Did you get that gun in the hill?
What? Yeah.
Okay, well, we probably know the same guy. It's
Well, all right. Okay, guy. I mean, maybe you should get a gun then. He kind of drives quietly and gets you to where you're going.
I'm sorry, Ramirez. This has been another awkward cab ride with you. I think I preferred the shooting.
I give him a good tip. I have resources. I give him a good tip, and
All right, you guys
Send him on
stay
his way.
safe.
You too, Ramirez.
yeah, you too.
Give me that number.
He does.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I actually recognize that number?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it one of the Setites?
No.
Okay.
That's Dario. I know Dario.
Okay. I was more curious about who it was than
Probably
anything
sold
else.
Dario that gun.
You guys kind of like the night lightens up a little
Yep.
bit, and you guys head over to the secret cafe.
It's a really on the nose name for a cafe.
Wait, that's the name of it?
No, I was calling it the secret
I'm
cafe.
being a dick. That's
Rob was just being unhelpful.
this is it. They're all probably in the back.
Is it going to be locked?
No, I got it. I got it.
All right.
Good job, Indiana.
Walk in.
It's there's a false door in a secret room in the back.
You guys hear the sound of someone stirring into consciousness.
Zantosa.
Hungry.
Britta has been pacing back and forth. You can tell she's kind of antsy, maybe kind of hungry, but as she hears the stirring noises, she just kind of pauses. Her hand's still in the zip ties and
I need a
looks
self-control
over.
check.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, actually, as soon as I started hearing him, I watched her and put my hand on my sword.
One success
With one success,
with the willpower.
you find yourself suddenly feeling the urge to execute orders and to kill the Zantosa. But you're not blindsided this time with that sudden urge and manage to resist it and maintain control of your mental faculties.
She kind of shudders and stiffens and just sits herself down on the floor where she was.
I'm just standing probably nearby with, like, the hand wrapped around the hilt.
Is it possible that when I went hunting last night that I was able to gather some blood to have for Zantosa?
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You should feed him
Damn.
your blood.
What did he do to me? He bites. The second your arm is outstretched,
Yeah.
he goes straight to your wrist and bites and starts feeding.
I give him a little bit, but when I inevitably he probably starts to try and take too much, I'll grab him by the head and potence him off.
You pull him off. And he makes that sound again when you, like, manhandle him.
Johnny goes over, grabs the blood that he collected. I imagine he could maybe get like a jug or something.
Yeah, it's like 3 trades worth. He takes it and he starts drinking. You have made me a vampire. Yes? Ooh,
Yeah.
this should be fun. And you, I trusted you.
You lived.
Is he still?
Is that what you call it?
Is he still enthralled?
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
I wasn't sure. It's kind of why I've been, like, sitting with my sword, been like, well, we'll see how this goes.
I'm sorry, I don't know why that happened.
That makes 2 of us. Miles. Your
Yeah.
phone rings.
Watch him. I answer the phone.
Miles,
Yes, yeah.
you still have something that belongs to me.
Yeah.
I'm headed to the Elysium. The domain has been made aware of your actions, but I can call it off. Meet me at the Elysium for the exchange. I'll wait 2 hours,
Great.
and if you're not there,
I hang up.
We're talking to Shaw now.
I know it's not everybody's favorite move, but I couldn't let those brouhaha be slaughtered by whatever was in that basement.
Yeah, we should talk about what's in that basement.
We have 2 hours to meet Shaw.
Wait, so the thing hasn't fed?
We had a week.
It has a week.
Approximately. Let's give it 4 days.
Miles, what's the ore?
Or, well, one, he's turned in my transgression to the domain, though he had zero proof on that. So, good luck. And
Neil sort of looks directly at the Zantosa and then back at you, like...
He might have come to us.
Miles, it's also his word against yours.
Yeah, I know.
His word.
It's a different arena. Look, we'll handle that when we get there. There's a bigger issue.
Which is...
He has your daughter.
Oh.
Gonna spend that willpower?
Yep.
Neil, you might have got a pointed look at the same time.
As in, a pointed get the hell out of the way look.
Johnny, stay calm, man.
Neil?
You can just...
No,
okay.
that's...
Johnny, relax. Hey!
A 10 plus the willpower will be 2 successes.
There you go.
I knew this was coming.
It's true.
He goes rigid.
We have 2 hours to make the exchange at the Elysium, which is an interesting battleground for him to choose.
That means everybody's got to play square. It means Johnny can't freak out, or if Johnny does freak out and he can provoke it, then we're done. It means there's no
Things are about to come.
dominate, there's no... This is wordplay now.
Yep. So what's the play here? What do we want to do? We have a lot of pieces moving here.
Britta pulls her knees in closer to herself. She hasn't gotten up. She's just kind of not looking at the Zantosa and finding the floor very interesting.
Is there a way we can get her away from him without giving the Zantosa up?
Not if he's already at the Elysium.
He can't do anything to her on the Elysium.
Absolutely he can.
Why?
Because she's immortal.
It's a...
Yep.
He can do whatever he wants.
The only good news is that she's still immortal. At that
Is
point.
that on the table?
Yeah, that was part of the table.
Jesus.
So, I think it's time to start making some calls.
Johnny, please don't punch me, but there are 3 potential likely outcomes here, all of which end with you upset.
I know.
One is she dies.
I know.
One is that Shaw embraces her.
I know.
One is that you claim your second right of progeny. And then that's on the table. And then you can get the prince involved and talk about how you are supporting the prince in what he wants. And as far as we know, Shaw would have to pull strings to get right of progeny, and Miles could talk to the prince about shows of power while I delay Shaw. Those are the 3 outcomes that I can see.
Is there...
This isn't a sorcery thing. This is just a how it works thing.
Is there no end to this where she stays alive?
Not if Shaw already has her. I was thinking about that before. I have ways of finding her, having people get her out of the city, but if Shaw already has her, no.
I'm going to make some calls. I need to know the situation before we get there. So I assume the Archon would call me back by now if he was available. So let's not call that. I'm going to call Elsa.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Elsa.
Hello, Miles.
How's it going?
It is an eventful evening.
We try to spice it up around here.
So I've heard.
You know what I'm calling about?
Well, Miles, to be perfectly honest with you, no. There's a handful of reasons you might be calling me,
That's true.
and I'm not sure which one it is. But I am curious to find out.
I'm going to start off with the obvious thing. Neither one of us wants Shaw anywhere near being in charge.
She does not say anything in response.
Are you being listened to?
What else, Miles?
Right. What's the lay of the land there?
It would seem that His Grace has not arrived to court, and there are rumors that his child has betrayed him. Whether or not this is true or how far along things are is unclear.
All right.
What we do know is that His Grace's haven was struck during the day.
Interesting.
It is being discussed right now as to whether or not his child intends to declare praxis over the domain of New Haven. What is the stance of Clan Ventru?
That until it has been determined Upton is still prince. But Clan Ventru has made its wish clear that they wish to keep Upton as prince for now.
Very good. Thus far, the Primogen Council has called for an investigation as to the whereabouts of Prince Roland's. And knowing that the Ventru clan will not retaliate against the Primogen Council, will go a long way.
No, that is our wish here.
Excellent. What is the less obvious reason for your calling?
Shaw is playing a game, and he wants a very dangerous piece to keep his ass out of the fire.
And so you've called me.
Yes,
Why?
because you're the only other capable ally in the court that I like.
I appreciate that you like me. I don't know whether or not that's a good thing right now, that you do.
It will be.
It can be.
That's true. Depends on how we play this out.
I suppose it does. What are you asking for?
We need to maneuver this. This piece can destroy Shaw, but we need to keep it in our hands.
Then keep it.
He's got a hostage.
Of course he does. He'll always have a hostage. That's what Shaw does.
Supposedly on Elysium grounds right now.
What are you asking me to do?
I need to know if we make a play, you'll back us.
What is the play?
I'm not sure yet. I need to know what we can bring to bear.
Well, in order for you to know that I'll back you, I'll need to know what the play is.
We need to buy time.
Fine. To prevent what, exactly?
To prevent the unfortunate change of a mortal.
I see.
Shaw's good with the information and the blackmail, but he's terrible at the game. I don't have any resources, and I just got into it.
Miles, offer her a boon.
I put my hand over the phone. I know how this is handled. Don't make me make crass maneuvers. I got this. So I uncut them. This works out favorably for both of us if we can.
I need to know right now, do you have this thing that
Yes.
Shaw wants? The Seneschal wants it too.
Yes.
And so long as the prince is missing, the Seneschal controls the domain.
I'm afraid of what the Seneschal will do with it. The only good news is it might be a citizen if it's ever acknowledged. The right of progeny has been used.
I don't know how that's a useful thing. The Seneschal wants what you have.
Mm-hmm.
He has the power to blood hunt you.
He hasn't yet, though.
No, he has not. I don't know why.
He's waiting for this.
What is your plan? Because right now, Shaw wants it gone. The Seneschal wants it. If Shaw accepts the Seneschal remaining in possession of it, even if it's blackmail material, the Seneschal is going to support anything the Shaw does, which includes right of progeny and you being blood hunted.
So we need to put the Seneschal in a stronger position than Shaw. For now.
You need to outbid Shaw.
Right. So I came to you.
Tell her Conclave's on the way.
If we keep this, the conclave happens.
No. Tell her it's on the way. Doesn't matter if it's not. They don't need to know that. You speak for Vet Clan Ventru. The prince is in hiding, and his child is in hiding. You're the one speaking for the clan.
The Archon is on his way, and he has declared that this evidence brought to him will conclave Shaw.
How successful is the conclave without the evidence?
Unsuccessful. I'm going to talk to the Seneschal.
You need to let go of whoever it is that he has hostage.
It's the only right move at this point.
I can't think of anything else.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Okay.
Thanks, Elsa.
Good luck. She hangs up. The, good luck has an unusual amount of sincerity from her.
Lex, you said this cafe was set up kind of like a cyber cafe. They had, computers and all stuff.
Yeah.
Do we have power here?
Was that?
Is there power to the building?
There is not.
Okay. Then, as all this and everybody's looking around and talking, Neil's going to grab that satchel full of documents. Hey, I'm going to be right back. Okay?
Neil,
Can you fax those?
Yeah. Do you have the number?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah. I was going to a Kinko's.
Yeah, fax these to this number.
Sure.
also, can't he read it? And Britta does not, look at the Zantosa. She's still trying to She's afraid of the instinct popping up again. And
It's possible. And if we have time for a chat about ancient cuneiform, that's great. While I'm gone, if you want to get a Cliff Notes version, that would be... sure. But I'm going to...
This passage is from the Book of Nod.
Fucking course it is.
Cool.
the what?
Somebody else explain that, and Neil
I will
leaves.
happily explain it to you.
I'm gonna go to a different room and make a call to the Seneschal. You can do that.
Someone picks up. Hello?
Hello, this is Miles. I'm looking for the Seneschal.
The Seneschal is in a meeting right now. Would you like me to leave a message?
Tell him we have what he wants.
I will be certain to relay that.
You might want to do it immediately. It's important.
Very well. Kind of hear like a knock. And some conversation on the other side.
Yeah.
You then hear the sound of a door. And then the sound of the phone changing hands. Hello?
Seneschal,
Yes, Miles.
my ears are burning.
As I understand it, you defied the will of His Grace, and now His Grace has come under attack.
I don't think that's how that came down, but I don't think you really care one way or another.
The narrative is quite important in situations like this one. I'm sure you understand that you being on the outs from the domain and His Grace having come under attack, it all looks quite terrible.
That's true. But we have the Zantosa alive. Not only that, we can make sure he stays alive. Because Shaw wants the opposite. And I know you don't want that.
I will tell you this. I am not Upton Rollins.
No?
Until the moment that I see Mr. Zantosa, and he is in my possession, I may as well consider you to have nothing.
Fine. But we need to talk about things before I get there.
I don't need to talk about anything, Miles, but you have a moment and I'll hear you.
Do you really want Shaw as your backer? Because he's shown himself to be so very loyal and so very trustworthy.
Don't be ridiculous. None of you are loyal.
Some of us are better than others. And you know it.
Yes, but I count all of those among my clan.
Yeah. Stop being obtuse.
Do not make demands of me, Miles.
I'm not. I'm saying that
I've had a very long evening already, and I am not in the mood to tolerate those who are a hair's breadth from the blood hunt.
a giant mistake if I've ever heard one. It's not about demands. It's about looking at the facts. Shaw's just going to wait for the opportunity. And you know it. And you can prepare all you want, but he's going to come for you. This, staying alive, playing this play with me, puts Shaw out of play. And makes you much stronger in the domain. And you know it.
Is there something you're trying to offer me, Miles?
Yes. We work together. We stop Shaw from doing whatever he's doing. We figure out what the hell happened to Upton. And we wait for the Archon to show. Because he's on his way. And he knows that we have the Zantosa.
So the deal is that we stop Shaw together from declaring praxis. In exchange, you will provide me with that which is mine. Very well.
It needs to stay alive. And the Archon needs to be able to get to it.
Well, don't worry, it'll stay alive.
And unfortunately, currently, we need to stay near it or it becomes...
No. You'll turn it over to me. What I intend to do to it is unkind. You will not want to be there. And you are not welcome to be there.
It is hard to control. We have it.
I will manage.
There's a couple more things at stake here.
For you?
For everyone.
Tell me what is at stake for everyone.
There's more coming than this. Instability of the domain would be huge right now.
Are you speaking of the threat of Sabbat?
I am. The name Killing Spree is being thrown around.
What are you proposing regarding the killing spree?
We need to work together here. For all of us in the domain. And that includes good relations. So I'm talking in the future.
You realize that Shaw is probably the greatest chance that this domain has of surviving the Sabbat.
Shaw by himself? No. Shaw and what he controls? Maybe. But if we can convince everyone that Shaw is not what he appears to be, then all of what he controls...
corrupt egomaniac who pays well? He's all of those things.
Then we pay just as well. Mercenaries are easy.
I think were that true, we would have them. I'd be careful underestimating Shaw.
I'm not.
The Sabbat issue is going to be an issue no matter what.
Right.
And it is an issue that is not part of what we're dealing with now.
No.
So, you will provide me with what I want, and in exchange, you will not be blood hunted, and you will be allowed to play whatever political game it is you intend with Shaw.
Fine.
Deal.
Your original deal with Wynn stands too.
Does it?
You already offered that, didn't you?
I recall being
Did it not get logged in the books?
sneered at. So are you saying that
I just want to confirm.
I shouldn't bother trading the rest of you?
No, but you might as well do it.
Be swift, and I will honor this.
We'll be on our way soon.
No disruptions. He hangs up.
We need to go.
Go where?
Elysium.
And do what?
Start playing a game, buddy.
No, specifics.
I don't know yet.
What if what the Seneschal intends to do will make it not what the Archon's asking for?
We
The
gotta
Archon can take it up with the Seneschal.
kind of have to deal with it at this point. Otherwise,
Does the Seneschal realize what blood hunting you would put him, what kind of position that would put him into?
I don't know yet.
Because think about that. Who's your sire?
Yeah, I know
If
he
your
doesn't.
sire's already aware of what's going on here but just needs the proof, I don't think it would be that smart of an idea for the Seneschal to blood hunt you, his child. Effectively, you're working for his office right now.
Right now, the Seneschal is in charge. Upton Rollins is missing.
Another reason why that doesn't look good if he actually decides to basically declare war on Clan Ventru.
I get it, but right now he's in power, so we need to deal with the right now.
I think they're hollow threats, Miles.
To a certain degree,
I think
yes.
you could call
But
them
I
those
need the
threats.
safety to move in there first. And I need that backing. So we're going in. And we're going to do what we can to save everyone we can. But we move quickly, or we don't get Joey.
Joey.
Don't worry, your daughter is on the list too.
Yeah.
Do you not believe me? Because yet again, what have I done wrong to any of you that keeps doubting what I'm trying to say?
Miles, I always have your back. But
I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent her from entering this life.
that still means she loses hers, doesn't it?
I don't know. There's a lot of options, and you need to consider which ones are best. But unfortunately,
What it sounds like is we're walking into Elysium without much of a plan.
I don't know what Shaw's going to do next. That's the part of the problem. Shaw's cunning, and Shaw's seen some of this coming, so we need to go in and be prepared to be flexible.
Can we get the Archon to act against Shaw if what they both want they're both trying to pull for?
If we hand the Zantosa over to the Seneschal, I don't think he's going to be in any state to be used against Shaw.
I don't know.
I still don't think we can hand him over to the Seneschal.
I think right now,
I really
We're-
wish that Neil hadn't left.
I think we are running down the barrel of two separate, not equally bad things. If we don't turn him into the Seneschal, we are probably going to be blood hunted. And as stupid as that would be for him, it's a lot easier to put the word out than it is to call the word back.
Right. The only thing we need... Really, we could change the situation quite quickly if we can get Upton back.
Where would he be?
He's missing. His haven was attacked during the day.
What kind of kindred could do that?
Kindred can't, but their retainers can.
Venture can.
Let me call Weathers. Let me see what he knows about any of this.
And they think... I don't know, man. Arabella is also seemingly missing. The Primogen Council is looking into it. I don't know what that means.
Miles. How do they...
Miles, where's the phone you were using?
In my hand.
Oh. Is there a phone in this place?
I would imagine not.
You can use my cell phone.
Takes it.
Miles,
Walks
what
off
is-
the other room.
What is the likelihood? How do both of the Rolands rank compared to you in terms of Ventru hierarchy?
One's higher, the other one is lower. Arabella is lower than me.
Is there a chance you are being thrown under the bus here?
I think something was done to cause the confusion to allow the Seneschal to be in a bigger position. I don't know by who yet. Throwing me under the bus, this is part of Shaw's thing. Some of this stuff.
Let's hear what...
But Shaw also doesn't quite know who my sire is, and that would give us a leg, but not a lot.
Yeah,
It's not going to do us any good until he gets here.
if he would call you back. Yeah.
But that's a game we can't play. So, Elysium is a little bit better. But if we can get Neil to locate somebody, I don't know if he can. He has a lot of weird powers right now.
To locate his grace.
Correct. He might be the only one in the domain if those powers work. If those weird things he's been doing is of that same set. I don't know.
If we can get Vito to the Archon, then Shaw will be handled. And if we can get Upton back to his court, then maybe we can help the daughter.
Well, we won't be blood hunted. So then from there on in, we're in a stronger position. We have some of the backings, and then we'll see what we can do from there.
These things sound like things that need time.
We don't have a lot.
And if we decide that we're going to take the time, we are losing both Joey and Johnny's daughter.
I know. We got a little bit. We got to wait for Neil, and then see what he gets, and then we'll be on our way.
Johnny,
Yeah,
you make a call.
I do.
Hey,
How you doing tonight?
it's not good.
I know.
How secure is your location?
Secure enough. How about you? Are you at the sheriff's office?
Yeah, I'm at Elysium right now.
Well, that's what's going on in the domain right now.
I got eyes on the inside. The Seneschal and Shaw are working together.
Together?
Yes.
Do you know where Upton is?
No.
Does Shaw have my daughter there?
Yeah.
Is she alive?
Yeah.
If we show up to the Elysium, are we walking out of there?
I don't know. Jane sat in and watched a meeting between Arabella, Reese, and Shaw. The coup is underway. By the end of the night, they're going to turn fangs on... They're going to turn fangs on Lyndon, put her down, and things are going to get real one-sided for a bit.
So, Upton's probably already dead then.
I don't know.
Elsa know about all this?
She's got an idea. Archon came to town last night.
Archon?
Jan
mean-
Peterson.
He came back. Where is he now?
He was with Rollins.
He was with Rollins?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I met with the two of them myself. We received information that a pack called the Killing Spree is operating in the area.
Yeah. That's the same pack, Weathers.
Damn it.
The one that did me. The people we've been hanging out with lately also confirmed that. You know who I mean, right?
I do.
So you have no idea where the Archon is now?
No, but I know he's alive.
And you're sure it was him? He wasn't acting funny or anything?
No, not at all.
You see any way of keeping the domain together after tonight?
The only way we're beating them is if they think I won. And even then, I don't know. It's not good, Johnny.
Alright.
I'll do what I can to help you.
Weathers, you stay safe. New Haven's got precious few people who are worth a damn. You're one of them. If this domain's gonna survive, it needs people like you.
I'm not good at this game, Johnny.
Yeah, neither am I. I got a couple ideas.
Okay.
Is Jane alright?
Yeah, Johnny, she's okay.
I think I misunderstood why she left with them.
That's all right. I think that helped her.
Alright. If you need to get in touch with me, just either call Miles or his child's cell phone.
Okay.
Take care of yourself, man.
You too. Hey,
Yeah.
you'll be alright. He hangs up.
Johnny comes walking back into the room, and he looks over at Vito. Vito, do you want to survive the next few nights?
Yes. Of course.
Because there's not many scenarios where you do. You understand that, right?
I do.
Most of this domain wants you dead. You're looking at the very few people here who want to see you live a few nights. You understand that?
I do. Mostly. Kind of like watches Britta.
Britta can definitely feel that he's looking at her, but she studious interests in the floorboards.
What loyalties do you owe the Sabbat?
I am a member of the Zantosa family. Revenant of the Zimitzi.
You were.
So, I'll make you a deal.
Always Revenant.
I'll make you a deal here. I'll make you a deal. 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 I'll make you a You work with us to help undo the people in the domain here who are trying to bring it crashing down, and I will stick my neck out for you as far as I can to make sure that I am upholding the responsibility of Sire.
Very well.
Can you use your abilities to make somebody else look like you?
I can.
I say we give them Zantosa, but we don't give them this one.
Britta looks up. Can that convince them? I mean, they'd have to be immortal, right?
Well, I still have Right of Progeny of one more, and I'm pretty sure you could probably put enough things in their head to convince them.
Okay.
Do you realize what you'd be selling them into, Johnny? I'm not saying it's the worst option I've heard all day.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
I spoke with Weathers.
Yeah.
Jane has been amongst the Bruja working for Shaw, but she's still feeding things to Weathers. She's on the side of the domain. Unfortunately, Shaw, Reese, they're working together.
Yeah. That's...
Along with Arabella. They're planning to strike at Elsa Linden tonight. Take her out of the picture.
That makes sense.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait,
Okay.
no, don't shut the fuck up. Why does that make sense? What do you know of Elsa Linden in this?
The killing spree. Elsa is one of the first targets.
Is she?
They dog tag her.
Dog tag?
What does that mean?
Oh, not good things, don't worry.
I'd like to know. Please.
Have you ever heard of a lupine?
Yes.
Well, dog tag. Get lupine from lupine woods. Bring to Elysium.
And just drop in the center.
Lupine kill. And kill and kill and kill and kill. And lupines have special hate for Elsa Linden.
Why?
She was once a prince, but the lupines drove her out of her territory. To this day, they desire her death.
Does that sound like they're working with Killing Spree?
It sounds like they are killing Spree.
Shaw might be. He's part of the Webb, right?
Yes, the Webb. The Webb works for Warwick.
Does it? The Webb also is not bound to a sect, is it?
The Webb is Camarilla.
Is it?
It is Camarilla information network used by Nosferatu. It is how they get information for Archons. It is probably how they know that the killing spree is in town. For me, I helped Camarilla.
Also, Weathers said he saw Jan Peterson in the domain last night with Upton Rollins. I don't know whether that's good news or whether that's very bad news. Is it actually Peterson?
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't have that
I'm
kind
getting the striking suspicion that there have been a lot of people masquerading around as not who they are in this city.
I don't know. I can make a call again and see what happens, but...
There were Bruja at the rant that I don't think were actually Bruja looking back on it. I think when I ran into Kabir the other night, it wasn't actually... Or a couple weeks ago, that wasn't actually Kabir.
Call Neil. We need him back now. And I need to see if I can get in contact with John again.
You should let Elsa Linden know.
Do what I can.
Path of Night is an actual play Vampire the Masquerade podcast set in the classic world of darkness. Britta, the unknown new embrace, was played by Rebecca Steigelfest. Johnny Saxon the Bruja was played by Garrett Gabbey. Miles Davenport the Ventrue was played by Tim Davis. Neil Foster the Malkavian was played by Rob Muirhead. Wynn Cabot the Gangrel was played by Erika Webb. Your storyteller was Lex Lopez. Recording by Rebecca Steigelfest. This episode edited by Rob Muirhead. The music used in this episode was January Grunge Love Fest by Technoax. Visit them online at technoax.com, teknoax.com. Path of Night uses the 20th Anniversary Edition rule set of Vampire the Masquerade with a few limited house rules. Vampire the Masquerade and the Storyteller system are owned by Paradox Interactive. Make sure to subscribe to us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Twitter at @PathOfNightPod, on Facebook at facebook.com/PathOfNightPodcast, or email us at pathofnightpodcast@gmail.com. See you next time, Kindred.
There's always talks. I haven't seen anything concrete.
I want fucking gargoyles back.
Nothing set in stone?
Oh!
Gargoyles joke.
Do you remember the bad guy Talon from
No.
Gargoyles?
It's been forever.
He was such a fucking dope edgelord. They tried to.
Was he the hunter guy?
No, that was Macbeth.
Yep.
Who is so edgy.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's a story about gargoyles, so I think pretty much there's a lot of edgy going on
but
here.
Gargoyles explains a lot about our
fun is like
generation.
Puck.
Yeah, it
Everyone's
was,
edgy.
It was basically
But,
vampire light.
But there was a character who was an amalgamation of different animals that they were using to try to replicate through science, like gargoyles. And
Such a
like,
badass
and we're
plot.
like gargoyles gather energy while like during the time like they exist as stone. For them, they were like eels. It was very strange. But this dude had like the head of a panther, and it was like this hulking, like jacked, like mixed animal thing with like a feathered wings, and his name was Talon, and like he was just so fucking edgy, and he was like the bio gargoyle equivalent of Goliath, and they had like this huge rivalry. It was fucking great. Such a great show, the best.